And let's say one thing to rest. I may be a practicing Catholic. I used to go to 7:30 Mass every morning in high school and then in college before I went to the black church. Not a...
Not a joke. Joe Biden claims he attended black church every day after morning mass. So Joe Biden was at the Ebenezer Church, some historic Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin Luther King Jr.'s church, I believe, that he preached at, and Joe Biden telling lies like from the pulpit at a church. Man, you are tempting the Almighty, baby. You are tempting those lightning bolts. Check it out. Joe Biden, I went to Mass every morning at 7:30. Then I went to black church. Holier than thou, Joe Biden. Watch out. He's got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. Go.
And let's say one thing to rest. I may be a practicing Catholic. I used to go to 7:30 Mass every morning in high school and then in college before I went to the black church. Not a joke. Andy knows this.
Oh, but yes, Joe Biden. He's so Christian. He's so Christian. He is. He's just, kids, I tell you what, man, if you saw him in his lifeguard days, he has a giant cross tattooed on his back, branded right on his rear end. Big old cross. He's just the most Christian guy ever. He's so Christian that the Pope Ratzinger, who I think passed away last week or the week before, said, "You better not come to my funeral." That was his dying, one of his dying wishes. The Pope's dying wishes was, do not allow this abortion-loving Joe Biden to come to my funeral. That's how Christian Joe Biden is. He's so Christian. He's so Christian. You wouldn't be able to stand in his presence. He glows like Moses off the mountaintop. He glows, this man. And Joe Biden has been around long enough. He remembers. He was personally there. He witnessed Moses come down off the mountaintop. Joe Biden is so Christian, ladies and gentlemen, that he doesn't even acknowledge his own grandchildren. As Jesus says, let the little children come unto me. Christ says, if you harm a hair on one of these children, then it'll be better if you have a big old rock tied around your neck and you're chucked into the sea. As Christ says, the kingdom of God will be inherited by children like these. Unless, of course, it's your crackhead kid who impregnated a hooker. Then, screw them kids, right? Screw them kids. That's what Joe Biden says. Good old Christian Joe Biden. Can't find enough church services for Joe Biden to attend, but Joe Biden would never attend like a birthday party for his legitimate grandchild. Hunter Biden asked court to stop Lovechild from taking his sullied surname. Huh? All right, so let's go through it here. Alongside paying $50,000 in rent, $600,000 a year for Joe Biden, that's the price of the house. So let's just establish this one more time. So Hunter Biden is paying essentially to pay the full price of Joe Biden's home, right? He's paying like 20x the mortgage rate for Joe Biden's home. That's called money laundering. Okay, so aside from doing that, and that's just in this show that we're covering, Hunter Biden impregnated a stripper in Washington, D.C. It's his legitimate child. DNA tests have proven this. This is not in question. Hunter Biden is also paying probably around that same amount of money to the stripper who now lives in Arkansas. The stripper has said that she wants to change the name of this child to Biden. She wants to change the last name of this legitimate grandchild to Joe Biden to Biden. Let's read. Hunter Biden asked a judge to deny his 4-year-old daughter from taking his surname, claiming that it's a lightning rod for criticism and would rob the child of a peaceful existence. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. You know, this is what Christians do, ladies and gentlemen. This is how Christians behave, all right? Christians always make sure that if you knock up a stripper, that child that you refuse to acknowledge exists. Again, Joe Biden and Jill Biden set up stockings above the fireplace in the White House and refuse to acknowledge this child. Joe Biden continues to say that he has 6 grandchildren. No, wrong, sir. You have 7. And one of them is beautiful Navy Jones Roberts. Yes, that's right. The mother is London Roberts. This is one of the first grandchildren, actually. And the request came on January 6th amid an ongoing paternity case against him in Independence, Arkansas, where Biden is fighting to lower his child support payments to baby mama London Roberts and his legitimate daughter, Navy Roberts. Roberts, 31, asked the Circuit Judge Holly Meyer on December 27th to allow the daughter to take the Biden name, claiming that it would benefit their daughter because it's now synonymous with being well-educated, successful, and financially acute and politically powerful. But the president's erratic son, Hunter, who is being probed for shady business deals, battled crack addiction, and has been filmed waving a gun around, nude, with a prostitute, disagreed on the value of his sullied name. His lawyers fired off a motion in the following week asking the judge to deny Roberts' request, arguing that the daughter should decide herself. The disparagement of the Biden name is not at its height. Interesting. So here's Hunter Biden arguing in court that his name is garbage. Fact check true. Biden, who became the center of national controversy over emails and records on his laptop, allegedly revealed a scheme to sell his father's influence millions of dollars to American adversaries, cited criticism from his ex as proof that his family is being dragged through the mud. Biden pointed out in court filings that Roberts and the reemergence of a federal probe into his tax affairs, Ukrainian energy company, should lower his child support payments. So Joe Biden is very Christian, by the way, like extremely Christian, Biden family, that can't find enough sermons to go to, can't find enough churches to go to, by the way. They cannot find enough churches to attend. Is arguing to not only not acknowledge the existence of this DNA relative of Joe Biden. There is a DNA test conducted in 2019 that confirmed that this is Joe Biden's grandchild, okay? This is not the things of like memes, conspiratorial memes, all right? Even though that would it makes great meme content. This is a very deeply sad, troubled, and like borderline demonic way to treat a child, okay? This is like a sick thing for a family to do. So Joe Biden and Jill Biden, whose entire marriage is obviously, in love story, is obviously a provable lie and a fraud, are not acknowledging their own biological daughter and are actively trying to keep that daughter from taking the family name and actively trying to lower their child support payments because all of the money that the family ever had has been fraudulently funneled into money laundering schemes, including, but not limited to, paying $50,000 a month for Joe Biden's top secret classified document, stolen classified document stash house. you got that? Have we laid that down? We've been covering. We've been studying this story pretty closely. Is that simple enough? The layout. We love all of you. Maybe this is why the majority prefer Congress to lead, not Biden. This, according to Breitbart, a little bit of happy news to begin our week with. Majority of likely U.S. voters would prefer President Joe Biden do more of what Congress wants, while the plurality thinks that the new Congress will do better than the past 2 years. A Rasmussen poll released on Friday found that 52% of likely voters believe that it would be better if Biden does what Congress wants, while 33% thinks Congress should do more of what the president wants. 16% said they were asked the same question. The House of Representatives, the U.S. Senate, were sworn in this month. They seemingly want Republican control and a Republican check and balance on the power of the Democrat Party, the Borg hive mind. Rasmussen notes that broken down by party, 70% of Republicans and 37% of Democrats, 49% of independents agreed that Biden should follow Congress's lead, including, but not limited to, Joe Biden maybe being investigated, maybe being impeached. We'll see. Additionally, with new Congress sworn in, a poll found that 37% of the respondents believe that the new Congress will do better than the past 2 years when Democrats had unified control of government. It was a disaster. Have you checked your price of eggs? Wowza. Maybe Hunter Biden should start selling eggs instead of crack. There's a real dirty market to get into. Man, these people better watch themselves. I am a simple Christian. I certainly don't pretend to be perfect. But tell you what, baby, God shall not be mocked. And Christ does speak pretty directly about people who abuse children, people who hurt children. Don't do that. raise your children, raise your families. The actual true way to fight the Great Reset and the true way to destroy all of the predations of these wicked people is to procreate, to raise your own children, to have happy families, and to tell them to get bent when they come for your children. Because these goblins, they don't have any love life. They don't have sex. They don't have anyone that loves them. They don't want to procreate. They don't have the guts to do it. They don't have the spine to actually bear what it means to be a good father, a good mother, a nourishing mother, a providing father. That structure repulses them. They wish for the government and for communism and for dirty, old, smelly, rotted cheese Karl Marx to take care of them. These people live in ghost world. They are not the people who should be making decisions, and it is our job to actually look to real truth, not this sick, perverted, fake truth, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry, and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please punch the subscribe button, click like, and ring the little bell so that you know when we're live. Don't you want to know when we're live? And make sure that you subscribe to our email list just in case the plug gets pulled, as tends to happen. If you want to see more of our videos, click here or here. My name is Benny Johnson. Stay free, Base Patriots.